Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Eric and welcome to another edition of Movie Was.
You told me the story of the war, when the ground shook and the sky burned. Of the ones that survived, who awoke to a different world, where the powerful prey on the weak. You know more about me than you're saying.
Alita, some things have been left forgotten.
And I'll find out for myself.
She's threatening the natural order of things. I need you to destroy her.
Alita, they will come for you.
I'll have to face them head on. I'm gonna need you to stand way back.
Tonight is not a game. It is a hunt.
I'm with her.
It's 500 years in the future and 300 years after a catastrophic war known as the Fall, when cybernetic doctor Dyson Ito finds a deactivated female cyborg in a junkyard. But when he reactivates her, she has no memory of her past. And now she's on a quest to find out who and what she is in Alita: Battle Angel. This movie was, I thought this movie was going to be complete and utter train wreck, mostly because I always get worried when movie trailers start having things like, from the director of this and the creator of that movie. But this movie was actually really entertaining and fun and had some great action sequences and animation and a pretty decent story. Aside from a little bit of text in the very beginning of the movie, basically stating the year where it's 500 years in the future, the movie just jumps right in. And because Alita doesn't have any memory, we as the audience get to find out about the world and its history through her, which I love because, you all know, I hate exposition. So Alita learns about the world and the city of Iron City where she lives, and that houses all basically the dregs of humanity and like the working class, lower income people, and they all work to serve the floating city of Xylem, which floats above the city and where all the upper class elite people live. But the story really gets going when Alita kind of gets entangled in the seedy underbelly of Iron City and gets involved with bounty hunters and the black market robot part industry that fuels the sport of motorball. The animation in this movie is amazing. There is some great just animation work on Alita's face, which is she's a completely CG character, nothing about her is real, and there is some just amazing work on her, along with just some amazing just action sequences and fight scenes. It is some amazing animation. What's really amazing is that there's some shots where Alita looks like a real girl on screen, except with just really, really big eyes. And I think the animators in that studio did an amazing job of kind of not letting her fall into that uncanny valley. Tangent. Okay, the uncanny valley is a relationship theory between how close a non-human entity can look human and how we react to it on a likability scale. I did a quick little graph here to illustrate this. So let's take a look at it. On the left, we have from top to bottom, we have how likable a character is from 0 to 100, and there's a negative section. And then on the bottom, going left to right, we have how much creature will look human. So we on the 0 side, it's like industrial robots that build cars, and then 100% would be a character like Arnold Schwarzenegger from Terminator when he has his skin on. They just look completely human. So first off, here's our graph of how things plot out on this Uncanny Valley graph. We have characters starting off that are humanoid, but totally are, unmistakable as robots. Characters like C-3PO and R2-D2. Then we have a little bit more human-looking characters, like animated characters from DreamWorks' How to Train Your Dragon or Disney's Incredibles. Then next we have here is this section is the Uncanny Valley, where it gets too close to human looking but not human enough, and it just drops into negative territory. And down here we have characters things like zombies, or movies like Polar Express, which just creep people out. But Alita, I think, falls on this side of the valley where it looks pretty close to human, but still not quite, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Terminator looking, but is still, appealing looking characters. Now, it can be argued that the movie falls on this side of the valley where it's still not, still a little bit cartoony looking and not quite totally human looking. But I think it belongs on the other side, but either side that you put it on, it still doesn't dip into the negative, revolting, Uncanny Valley system. And yeah, there you have it. A brief, quick little graph of when I talk about the Uncanny Valley and how things appeal to humans. There are a few times where like her eyes kind of just lose focus and look a little doll-like, and then also her lip sync on her mouth just didn't feel right to me. Throughout the movie, like her mouth seemed to just, the mouth shapes just seemed very soft, like they weren't really making the words that she was actually saying. But, that's just a real nitpicky thing on me, just from the animation background, and, most people just totally won't even notice it. Also, quite a bit of the movie is shot in broad daylight, which for CG animation is hard to do and hard to make it look seamless with live action. There's a reason a lot of like CG heavy movies or CG, sequences, animation sequences are shot, in dark rooms or at night. Think of Jurassic Park and the T-Rex, smashing the Ford Explorer and stuff. It's really hard to make CG animation blend well with live action plates, and they do a great job of it here. And not just with Alita and like the main characters. There are shots like in Iron City where it's background characters walking around, and it's a big crowded street, but because that society is so, humanity is so integrated with robot technology and cyborgs and stuff, there's just everyday ordinary people walking around with, like a robotic arm or robot legs, and it all blends in seamlessly. This movie was fun, entertaining, with killer action scenes and animation, and a pretty decent story to boot. Would I recommend this movie to anybody? Yeah, I think I would, especially if you like action sci-fi movies. I think this would be right up your alley. And if you are going to go see it, I would say see it on the biggest screen you can find. That way you're fully immersed into the world and a lot of the action sequences and the motorball sequences. Yeah, I think it was a fun movie. And so I have to give Alita Battle Angel 7 out of 10 stars. If you want more movie-wise, please click that like button below, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure the alert is turned on so you'll be notified when I upload new movie reviews to my channel. And please leave your comments below. Let me know what you think of Alita Battle Angel in my review. Also, I have a new Instagram account. It's MovieWaz over at Instagram. So please subscribe over there. I'll be uploading little blurbs of when I upload videos to my channel here, as well as short-ish written reviews of movies that I just don't have time to film and upload here. So, my name is Eric, and as always, thanks for watching.